Battletoads, Tradewest and Rare, 1991. So we start off with a brief intro to the plot and then leap into action. See what I did there? Because the bugs did. Forget it. So we have a basic mindless beat-em-up game. One of the most notable parts of the gameplay is the finishing moves, meaning when an enemy takes his last hit, whatever move you finish him with becomes comically exaggerated, like the big-ass fist, the ram horns, and the boot. Also, you can use discarded enemy parts as weapons, so that's pretty cool. I always thought it was pretty neat you could use this enemy as a mount. It was just a really unexpected bonus the first time I found that. The boss battle is actually pretty clever, switching from a side scroll to the point of view of the boss itself. This was a very interesting way to change the player perspective and still maintain the same controls. So after some bad dialogue, we're on to the Wookiee hole. So the Wookiee hole, as it's called, is basically a forced scrolling level until you come across any enemies, at which point you must stop and finish them all off before you can continue. After a short visit down the Wookiee hole, it's on to the turbo tunnel. So we beat up some rats, or whatever these things are, and we have to save our own life bar from what are clearly space invaders. Then we come to one of the most impossible sections of video game history, the speed bikes. At first it starts out simple. Walls come down, you have to avoid them. We're also thrown ramps that we have to hit to fly over the pits. Again, not too difficult yet. The first part this becomes frustrating is the double walls you have to jump over. Now, jumping over one, that isn't really a problem, but when they start throwing 3 in a row at you, you have to time your jumps perfectly or you crash. As we go on, there are aerial walls that try to trick you into jumping into them, but they also throw an aerial ramp that you have to jump into. Further on, the walls move faster and enemies come along to either drop walls in your way, or to just generally be annoying pricks on the level itself. If you're still alive by here, you've come to the most asinine part of it all. It starts throwing walls at you without warning. Previously, a wall would blink in its spot to indicate where it's going to be, but this part just has walls coming out of nowhere. And it wouldn't even matter if the game told you where they were, because they come down so fast it's almost impossible to avoid. As far as I'm concerned, this is the last level. Those walls are the final boss. Anyway, one of the greatest attractions of this game was the 2-player mode. You wanna play?
What are you playing?
Battletoads.
Oui, I will play with you.
Why are you French?
I love the frog legs.
These are toads.
I don't care, let's play.
So as I said, the 2-player mode is where the fun really is.
2-player,
You see, in 2-player mode you have to work together. But 2 players in Battletoads is a true test of self-control and friendship.
We are friends?
Because in 2-player mode you can beat the shit out of each other. And there is no way to turn that off.
Oui.
But it's an ingenious design choice because it makes playing against your friends more fun than the actual game itself. You can try to agree that you and your toad mates work together to get to the end, but it won't be more than 5 seconds into the first level you start pounding on each other.
I will murder you!
Seriously, you will never leave this screen. Damn you, R.O.B! So the game was designed pretty well with a simple beat-em-up style. They just really dropped the ball on the speed bike level. But if you play 2 players, you'll never get that far anyway. 7 out of 10.